Yeah, it's alibi time. I completely forgot to showcase the um the blast effects because normally I'm not caring of such a thing. But to be fair, uh, it's part of it. It's part of the toy and must be shown. But the problem is, I'm not sure exactly how to how this is relevant to the vehicle itself, other than blast effects near it. It doesn't really make too much sense to me. The only thing that does make sense to me are the missile back blow, right? So you put the missile, these things into the missiles, and it's a win. Okay. These explosions, I imagine, just for action shots, I guess, across the board. But I can't properly demo it on a video because it's one of those things that require an angle and shot to photo to paint the right picture for this. And unfortunately, man, I'm just not the guy for this, and I don't know how to do this video with blast effects in mind, other than the practical ones that come out of the missiles. So speaking of which, yeah, just like the vamp, the annoying thing about this in general, I'm just going to say off the bat, is how this connects to this is very cheap, and the ratchet on this thing's kind of not only that, with the this weighing on this, you'll notice that the weight might be pulling it out of the socket. Okay, so it's just very clunky, which is why I don't like blast effects in the first place. But because it could be too heavy for something like this, and I'm okay with it just looking plain without the blast effects. But for people who like that kind of stuff, yeah, it looks good, but be careful again. The thing kind of where it connects to here is very small, um, you know, tab, you know, kind of like the vamp, and it's just yeah. So I'm hoping Gridiron definitely comes up with a solution for this. Probably a roll cage, unfortunately, again, which will change the aesthetic, obviously, because this is going to clearly sit higher than uh, what's down here. Okay, unless Gridiron comes up with something. But other than that, folks, on to the video. Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector. And in this segment of 112 scale military action figures takes, I am showcasing the G.I. Joe Classified number 120 Cobra Night Attack four-wheel drive Stinger and Driver. Yeah, so in essence, based on what I'm seeing right here, it's basically a retooled version of the Vamp, or vice versa. The Vamp may have been a retooled version of the Stinger. There's differences, like the doors, and the Vamp does not have a door, and the weapon system, which are missiles. So pretty cool to see them. But yeah, kind of cool that there's the ferret there, and there's that, and yeah. Anyways, uh, here is the driver in the package. The bottom is the bottom. The card art is pretty cool, congruent with the rest of the G.I. Joe Classified series art. I like the way that driver looks. I'm a troop builder, so pretty excited with the way that looks. And of course, here is what it looks like on the back. It looks like he's got a lot of the Cobra officers' weapons, so based on what I'm seeing, and some blast effects. But yeah, I didn't have none of these when I was growing up. I don't have any G.I. Joe vehicles except for maybe this one. Like, it looked like a blue Cobra turret of a thing. I don't know. It was. I don't know if it was even a wheeled vehicle. It looked like something that, if I remember correctly, probably gets hauled around. I'm sure that in the comment, underneath here, I'll be able to figure it out and put it in. But yeah, here we go. Let us open this bad boy. And I gotta admit, guys, I'm just gonna say up straight up the bat, while I'm trying to open this for y'all, that I think I made a huge mistake. Me and my excitement for vehicles, but no space for them. Ooh. While I love the vehicles that I be getting, I'm running out of space big time. I have gotten to hiss. I've not done a review because I just don't know where I'm gonna find space for this. For the hiss. It's just bad, you know. Here's what it comes with, the giant foot locker. Looks like a back bumper portion of things where you could put the figures. Vamp should have came with that. Blast effects. More blast effects. And it doesn't look like his weapons are in here. Oh boy. I hope the weapons are somewhere, because your boy's gonna cry. There ain't no weapons. Alright, here we go. Yeah. And I'm putting you away, sir. Now, I really had a hard time trying to decide if I was going to do the video with the stock wheels, since I already got the wheels that I wanted for it. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to do what it looks like stock, and then I'm going to do a separate video with the gridiron wheels. I have mixed feelings about what gridiron is doing with this thing. I like that they gave options to that are basically the same as the Vamp, but I don't want the Stinger to look anything like the Vamp. It's kind of cool, but no, I think that gridiron, in my opinion, should go a whole other direction with it. But it makes sense. They could save money by recoloring the same kit without having to design more stuff. So in a way, they're you know. But in my opinion, again, I'm hoping that they go a whole other direction with the Stinger and start making different stuff for it, so that it doesn't look like a Cobra Vamp. You know what I mean? So here is our guy, but no weapons. Which not usually it's in the locker. Not sure where it's at. I'm hoping that it's somewhere here. He's got his knife, bayonet dagger. Not sure where it goes here, since it's not obvious enough for me. Up here you go. Ta-da! Here you go. All right. He's got his cool rank over here, so it's kind of a win. All right. Well, let's not focus on him. Let's focus on getting the vehicles out. All right. Here we go. Here it comes. And over here is the missile turret thingy. There you go. Cool. Let me take the front. There you go. He's out. The body is right here. Here is what I suspect to be a mix of the weapons and everything else, accessories that go with it. More accessory, probably the missiles. Yep, the missiles. But no weapons. What? Where'd you go, weapons? Where did you go, my precious? All right. Anywho, let me get these tires out of the way and put them here for your visual pleasure. Maybe let me get that out of the way right quick. Yeah, now I'm kind of curious to know where the gosh darn weapons went. And this helmet. Hope it's all in here because that would mean that I didn't get any of it. Will it have it? The suspense is killing me. I don't want to have to spend another to get the stuff. Okay, here. Good. Weapons are here. Cool. And I think this might be for the roof. Yes. The hood, the roof. Yeah, the roof. And not sure, but I figure I'll figure it out somehow. And yeah, shovel, trenching tool. And I'm thinking this might be a grill piece. I'm not sure, folks. I got to figure that out. All right, well, let me take it out of the plastic. Yeah, I know. Sorry that it's going to take so long, but I'm trying to replicate the opening experience as if so you guys don't make the same mistakes I do in case I mess this up. Yeah. Cool. Made in China. Hasbro represented by Hasbro 240 11E Amsterdam NL. Yeah, cool. All right, cool story, bro. Okay, not sure where this goes, folks. Not sure. I'm thinking it might be it might have to go to the front or something. Let me go check the box to figure out where this thing might have to go, since I don't think they printed out any instructions, which works for me. I mean, it doesn't, less paperwork is a win for me. But yeah, okay, so it looks like it's supposed to go on the, based on what I'm reading here, looks like it goes up here. Very much like the vamp does. Like yeah. How the vamp has its own thing up there. Yep. Yep. Okay. That was kind of cool. Let us get the wheels on this bus to go in. Now, folks, I keep hearing that wheels are supposed to be a certain way. The wheels all look kind of identical to me. Y'all let me know if I'm smoking crack and that there's a way to figure out which of the tires are actually supposed to go which way. They look the same to me. I think whoever said that they were different or whatever is just conducting a psyop mission, trying to kind of confuse us all. Oh, here we go. Putting it in, and it's in. Oh, right. And here we go. Come on. Stay inside. There you go. All right, here we go. Now it's time to lower it so that you guys can see the full majesty of this sucker. All right, now I'm confused about where this goes. I think I know that the entrenching tool goes here. Would be my guess. Actually, yeah. I don't know if I put it in right, but this, I'm not sure where that goes either. Gotta go check the box to see. Thinking that it has something to do with the grill. Yeesh, no. Go back, buddy. Go back. The ram bar. Okay, so does it go here on top of it? I'm thinking it does since it's not lights. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, based on the pictures, it looks like that's the way it's supposed to be. Yep. Let's see. And of course, we put our hood up here. Careful. Obviously, the main difference between the vamp and this is the top already and the doors. No doors in um, the vamp. This is post-apocalyptic right here. Some Mad Max. Man, actually, truly is all of this is Mad Max, which works for me. I like post-apocalyptic. I'm a sucker for those kind of films. I can watch them all, bad, good. Only one I didn't watch is that Furiosa one so far. All right. Cool. Now for the missiles. Okay. Well, I don't want to be a dummy and just straight rip the paper, so I'll cut it instead and just retape it if necessary. Hoping Gridiron comes up with a cool missile set thing to go with this too. But I don't know if it can be beat because this, you know, these are cool. Reminds me of dolphins for whatever reason. I can't explain it, but it just somehow does. It does. All right. Um, hmm. Does it go like this? I think it does. And happy. If it doesn't go this way, then psych. But as far as I know, it looks like it fits that way. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. And put this sucker up. Hell. Yay. I think I'm missing the bumper. There you go. The thing that, here you go. I think this goes back here so that people can stand on business. Stand on business in the back. You know what I mean? There you go. Cool. All right. Well, there you go. It's a win. I got the missile. I forgot what it's called, but I got the missile thing that goes with the hiss, and I think it might be able to be towed on with this. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go, folks. That's what it looks like off rip. Looks fun. Um, Now here's the sucky part, right? It looks really good stock, as you know, to get that regular, that throwback GI Joe uh, look if that's what you're into. But the problem is when you become accustomed to upgrade kits like the Gridiron Studio stuff, uh, having it hang out with the vamp makes it look very, especially an upgraded vamp, makes it look very plain. Well, plain is good, especially if people like the plain look. There's nothing wrong with that either, you know. A lot of people who just like the actual throwback look. All right, so this I imagine is supposed to go, if it's anything like the vamp, this needs to go to the back. Um, hang on. Yep, there's that place in France for this. There you go. Yeah, I don't know how they would have to make a roll cage and the thing on the top of the roll cage for it, you know, to make the, if they're gonna do something like that with this. I don't know what Gridiron's gonna do. They're probably just not. But if they were of the adventurous sort, like I'm hoping that they are, they will create a special thing for just the Stinger look. Yeah, and this weapon looks like it's just like all the other Cobra officer weapons. So AK-40 looks like an AK inspired piece with the banana mags. I don't even know if that's what it's called. It just reminds me of a banana because of the bend. Ugh. Come on. There you go. Here you go. Yeah. There you go. And here you go. True bad guy weapons. Yeah, this is basically a Cobra officer weapon loadout. Not sure where the, okay, this has got to be the holster for this. Yep. Oh boy. Come on. Get in there. Sidearm. There you go. I think this is supposed to go in here. I think. Yep. I should know because the Cobra officer kit should be like that. Yeah, that's all there is. And then here he is with his kind of big, small sub machine piece. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good look. This is what it looks like stock, folks. Not a bad look. He is with a Island Boy Viper. Island Boy Viper. Yeah. And yeah, I need a ride. Okay, sure. I wonder what kind of conversations these guys have, you know, because they don't look like they talk about hip hop or anything. You know, I think I like Joe Budden versus Eminem. Really? What about the underground stuff? I don't know. I think I like Big L and all the stuff that comes out of Def Jux. What about you? I'm more of a Razzcast guy. It's all on nice, you know. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Nature of the Threat. Awesome song. Anywho, but yeah, just kind of bizarre. Like now that I think about it, what the heck do these guys would talk about? Well, you know, the 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 rate of Bitcoin. You know, I've been watching some Manosphere content on YouTube. You know, I'm gonna spend all my money on G.I. Joe Classified. How about you, bro? No, I'm more of a Bellaverse guy. Uh, can you imagine Cobra Troopers talking about? How'd you like the Acolyte? Oh no, man. Cobra Troopers. What do you guys talk about? You know that Taylor Swift girl? Oh my gosh. Who are you voting for? MAGA. I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I'm just thinking about the stuff that these guys would talk about it. Man, I really can't think of anything that Cobra guys would be talking about. They seem like, no, like why? What would come? You'd have to be like a true believer. You know what I mean? To join something, take over. Like, what aspirations do they have? Like, I'm doing this for the Nookie, like Limp Bizkit. Really? What? I just don't understand why any, if they're mercs and they're expecting money, what do they spend their hard-earned money on, and where would they be able to do it? Oh, I'm thinking about going to the Philippines. The Philippines would be a great spot, bro. Your money would go so much further. Oh man, I hope Cobra Commander doesn't destroy that place first. Yeah, no, no, no bueno. It wouldn't be a good idea at all. We wouldn't be able to party or nothing. So, all right, folks. I'm sorry, I got carried away, but yeah. Well, grappling hook. That's something that you guys already see in the vamp. The engine. See that. And this, beware hot surface access. But yeah, it's this is really it. I don't know what else can be done. Everything else is pretty much like a vamp. Um, got that cool Black Widow uh, symbol on it. There you go. I guess you guys don't see it, but yeah, there's that Black Widow thing right there. Um, how do I feel about this overall? Well, um, keep in mind this is coming with the mindset of a dude that just doesn't have really running out of space. There's a lot of real estate being used. Um, it only houses like a driver and him, and maybe if they come with upgrade kits, you'll be able to house more. But do Cobra Troopers really need to be doing all that? I don't know. See, that those are the things to consider now that I think about it. Um, at $100 versus $185 with um, the Vanguard. The Vanguard can house like 6+ troops. So I don't know, just and possibly more. This, off the bat, this for 100. So you could see that $85 extra somehow goes somewhere. It makes it, you can feel that the $85 make it extra worth it if you don't, if we're not factoring in, your taste and style and all that other stuff, right? And aesthetic. I'm just talking about practical utility use, right? Which is more bang for the buck. For the nostalgia price, this is not bad. You live in your nostalgic military dream, Cobra dreams. On this, it's a win for the nostalgia addict, right? But how much nostalgia, is enough for you with the space, and how much space you have / money ratio. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that calculus in your own personal situation, right? I don't know how that works out for y'all, but for me, who owns my own place, uh, kind of a small place, and now I got to think of coming up with furniture, shelving systems, those kind of things to factor in this. And yeah, you know what? One of these days, I'm probably going to end up doing a great purge and just purge myself of a bunch of other collectibles and stuff that probably don't do it for me quite like GI Joe and 112 scale military action figures do it for me currently, right? Um, I'm a third party Transformers guy. I have one room almost dedicated to nothing but just the uh, masterpiece and fans toys uh, style Transformers. So this has to find a way to, it's still growing, and with all the vehicles coming in, it's gonna. I think that the, classified slash Valaverse slash Mesco is going to start to dominate at some point in my house. Again, these are the conversations that I'm having with myself and with others, trying to figure out, well, what, where in the grand scheme of all of this, is this going to work? Man, I'm telling you, 112 scale. Yeah, I'm hoping that for the guys who live, in places that have big, you guys got big houses and stuff and big display places. I'm happy for y'all, but somebody like myself who didn't anticipate that my life would turn out to be a 40 plus guy with not enough space, but a lot of love for the toys. Got to figure out how to make this decorative marriage work. And again, it might not be a problem for most who are my age and above, who have enough disposable income and sense to balance all of this out, life slash whatever's hobby, and probably have better housing situations. Which I'm happy for y'all. I'd like to see how you guys display all of this stuff, so it gives me inspiration to you know do what I got to do. But yeah, other than that, uh, final thoughts on all of this. It really is worth it for me. $100 isn't really much to me, but I could see why others would get a heartburn for it. You know, um, it's just weird. I don't mean to sound elitist, but it's just that I'm trying to consider what it is to be in the shoes of somebody who's on a real tight budget, but got a lot of love for the hobby. And a lot of elitists will say you have you shouldn't even be worried about a hobby. You should be worrying about your your money situation and housing situation first before you can even get into this kind of hobby based on your life circumstance. But that's not me. I'm just because all of us want to toys and these things. I understand the addiction slash I understand the need for that dopamine hit and the nostalgic hit. So realistically speaking, some of these guys, which I understand, we just need that rush. But for those who got the discipline, I commend y'all, to to get the things that need to be knocked out first, like a place that's big, that's enough to house these, your goods for display and play. And but the what happens is you run the risk of possibly missing out on uh, vehicles for the good price that they are in the beginning. We don't know what the market's going to be like in the future. I only can make predictions that at some point there's going to be no more remaking of these things. I don't know if they're going to because again, these are space eaters, and I don't know how much uh, if it's what's selling out, kind of what sellouts they need to make it profitable, and at the same time worried about getting a bunch of extra stock stuck in their inventory. You know what I mean? I don't know how they're going to factor that in the future. Or you could buy used version. And if you're lucky, somebody opportune time, somebody just wants out of the hobby, and you could get it at a discount. I'm not sure. Those are things that you have to factor in when you risk all of these things. You know, true adult um, conflicts and decisions need to be made. Um, it's bizarre because normally the thing, with action figures, I can easily, it's such a small thing. If you weren't really satisfied with it, you could easily stow this. This is not easily stowed. It's definitely a bigger kind of situation, and since it's yeah, I guess you for flight vehicles you can hang them, right? But for rolling vehicles, you know, I don't know if it'd be a wise idea to hang them. It just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not sure. Um, I mean, for me, I'm happy with this. $100, not bad. It functions well. Of course, I would like for these things to be cheaper. Shoot, who wouldn't, right? But um, I feel that the price overall is fair given the circumstances, you know, across the board where the market is, where the people who have the money to afford these things are in their lives. So GI, you know, Hasbro and them have already kind of calculated where the adult collector is with income and who's buying their, you know, the demographic that's buying all of this stuff. So yeah. Um and and again, I think it's a good look. I love the way these missiles freaking look. You know, it's a really nice, menacing, intimidating, you know, look. Yeah, I like it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I got just, you know, once I see a third party upgrade kit come up with something more uh, intimidating. But as far as the nostalgia look, this is a win, especially if you're looking for the nostalgia look. Looks pretty much the way it's supposed to across the board. So yeah, I love the way this driver looks. It's nothing new to anybody who's been in the classified game long enough. Is basically a gray officer, you know, with I'm not sure if it shares the same uh, harness and stuff, but I imagine that they do. I haven't looked at the officer long enough to remember, but I do know that this is officer gear. So yeah, I like the way that it presents. I kind of wish that I could build more of these, but space, money, that those kind of things. Yeah, some people have more dedication. And space at the same time. I'm, you know, running out of space with all the dedication, but with all the dedication, yeah, just kind of one of those things to you know, to factor in. All right, folks. Well, that's all I got for this segment of 1/12 scale military action figures takes. The Cobra, the GI Joe classified Cobra Night Attack 4-wheel drive Stinger and driver. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector. And until the next video, folks, ciao.